Welcome to the Daily Flash. Coming up, marketing mistakes can be costly for brands, especially if you're a clothing company and you're sending out diet bars. Yikes. We got the details coming up.
And Faye Dunaway channels her inner mommy dearest and gets fired from her latest project. Can we say diva alert?
No more wire hangers. But we got news, entertainment, and everything in between. The Daily Flash starts right now. Right here, right now. Hello, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm DeAnn MacCloskey. I do apologize for my co-host's voice today. What's happening?
I left it somewhere in Georgia.
Did.
I don't know.
Sounds a little...
And I'm not, like, I wasn't yelling.
No.
They say there was a summer flu going around, but I don't feel sick or anything.
No, you just sound
horrendous. I feel like I'm doing, 4 packs,
Lay off the cigs. I cannot stop.
This is
gross.
Yeah, it is. I don't smoke. I just lost my voice. Hopefully we'll find it. Maybe it might be a good thing for you. We start off with 3 words we love to say here on The Flash.
Florida man.
Yeah, he insisted that he was not drinking while driving and was only having his bourbon at traffic signals, the stop signs, back when he was arrested for DUI. All right, deputies responded to a McDonald's after a woman said a car behind her kept hitting the bumper. Well, the driver was 69-year-old Earl Stevens Jr. Made his dad proud, though, with that name, I'm sure. Anyway, he smelled of booze. He had an open bottle of liquor in the passenger seat of his car when he was arrested. Why? He was driving with his buddy, Jim Beam, and he said he felt pretty good drinking from the bottle, but he only did it, though, when he stopped his vehicle.
Oh.
Now, after he was taken to his jail, his blood alcohol content, the kids back in lockup, we like to call that the BAC, measured at 0.153. That is over Florida's 0.08 limit. He was charged with DUI and driving without a license.
Didn't even have a license to drive around with liquor.
The bottle of booze wearing a
Yes, it was.
Probably.
He
probably kept that real safe, I'm sure.
About old
Florida men
Jimmy.
have their priorities, Chris. They know what to do.
Somewhere. Right.
Well, let's talk about cleansing. It's an important step in a skincare routine, but a recent survey reveals America's cleansing habits could use some work. Board-certified dermatologist Dr. Shari Markbean is here to reveal America's top skin sins and address common myths and misconceptions about skin cleansing.
Thanks for having me. Summer is the time of year where we spend the most time outside, and when you couple that with the heat, humidity, sweat, and wearing lots of sunscreen, it can really take a toll on the skin. We see a lot of acne and breakouts. The sun can also dry out the skin, causing things like eczema, so it's especially important to have a great skincare routine, which starts with gentle cleansers. Astonishingly, in a recent survey conducted by CeraVe, 55% of Americans do not cleanse their skin at all. And for those who do cleanse their skin, they're not using the appropriate products. So they may be using shampoo or hand soap as opposed to using a facial cleanser. Just as bad as underwashing is, overwashing is equally bad for the skin. So we don't want to wash our face more than twice a day. And we want to make sure that we're using gentle cleansers that have ceramides and hyaluronic acid so that we're not being left with that squeaky clean feel. If you're being left with that squeaky clean feel, it means that you're over cleansing and you're using the wrong products. So what do? We want to make sure that we're washing our face with gentle cleansers twice a day. I like using a double cleanse where I start either with micellar water or cleansing wipes, and then I follow that up with either a foaming cleanser or a hydrating creamy cleanser such as CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. That's a great option for that. Right after you're done washing, within 60 seconds, apply a nice heavy moisturizer. Again, look for ceramides and hyaluronic acid. And last but not least, never leave the house without a broad spectrum, high SPF sunscreen, which blocks against damaging UVA and UVB rays. For more information on how to best take care of your skin and cleanse it, head over to CeraVe.com.
And we'll have more information for you on our website at DailyFlash.tv. Well, clothing store Forever 21 is being accused of fat shaming after it sent Atkins diet bars with its online orders. Forever 21 has long been celebrated for selling a considerable range of clothing options for plus-size women, but some women said they would begin shopping elsewhere after the diet bar sample was included in their order. The Atkins diet peaked in popularity in 2003, ushering in the age of boneless burgers and special low-carb menus. A statement from Forever 21 said that, quote, "From time to time, Forever 21 surprises our customers with free test products from third parties in their e-commerce orders. And the bars were included in all orders across all sizes and categories. The promotion has obviously since then been stopped. Are we being too sensitive again?
I think we are.
I think so too.
If it was Lane Bryant, I would think I would have some problem with that, but like everything, because I've had to take my daughter into Forever. By the way, these places need to have a thing for dads that have to hold, or husbands or something in the back, so I can hold all the bags and I go, hey, I'm not the perv watching everybody walking. But Forever 21, I never thought of it as a plus size.
No, I think they pride themselves on having bigger sizes, but all the clothes are very tiny anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I think we're being too sensitive.
And that's the problem. I mean, no matter what, everybody's going to be offended. And by the way, you got free diet bars. What are you worried about?
Eat your Atkins bar.
Yeah, eat your Atkins bar and have some protein. All right, is your skincare regimen ready to beat the heat? Well, one of young Hollywood's most celebrated makeup artists, Jamie Greenberg, shares some top tips from everything from sun care to beauty. Jamie, let's ask first off, what are some of the biggest summer beauty trends that we're seeing?
I thought you'd never ask, Mitch. I'm so excited to tell you. Dewy, bronzy, natural skin is the biggest trend you're going to see. And it starts with your skin. So it's all about exfoliation. Since we're in the heat and our pores are getting clogged from sweat and makeup, we really want to exfoliate the dead skin. It's instantly going to brighten your face. And then we want to use masks. I use them on all my clients all summer whenever they're about to hit a red carpet. What these masks are going to do, I love collagen masks, I love eye masks, I'm mask crazy, some may say. It's going to take away any puffiness, it's going to cool you down, it's going to fill in like wrinkles, and they're just going to make your skin really ready for makeup. So I'm obsessed, I can't get enough. And you can use them too, Mitch. Guys, girls, grandmas, anyone can use a mask.
Girl, I need one too. All right. But I don't want to spend a lot of money. What are some products that are not going to break the bank?
Okay, so first of all, it's all about finding a place like Marshall's where you can go and get all the brands that you want for incredible prices. And this is what I do to fill my kit because I have to be constantly filling it with a great selection of on-trend brands. So also what I want to suggest is getting palettes. So palettes like, an eyeshadow palette or even like a bronzer palette, these can stay with you from season to season. So they're not going to break the bank and you're going to have them for a long time.
All right, you're talking about your kits. I want to know what is in maybe your travel bag, maybe where you're traveling somewhere. What's in your makeup bag?
Okay, so for me, it's definitely about SPF in a stick. This is my new obsession because it's not messy. So I love this. I also love a jade roller. If you're traveling a lot, this is going to take down puffiness. I can do it on myself, do it on my gorgeous Anna that's sitting right here. This is also very cooling. So it's going to cool you down. And it also is a good thing that people are going to be like, what is that? So it's a good conversation starter, Mitch. I love also having my palettes, my bronzing palettes, my eyeshadow palette, because I can go from day to night and I don't have to bring a million different things. I love a lip gloss. I love masks. And I love a bragging bag. I call it like my, my go-to bragging bag that I can pull out and it's super cute. And everybody's like, where'd you get that? I'm like, Marshall's.
All right, I love it. Where can folks go if they want to get more information on the things you talked about?
You can get more information for the Marshalls location nearest you at www.marshalls.com.
All right. Thank you, Jamie and Anna. Great model there, too. If you want more information, we'll put links on our website at DailyFlash.tv. Well, Oscar winner actress Faye Dunaway has been fired from the Broadway-bound play for creating a hostile and dangerous environment. No word on wire hangers at all. Dunaway was playing Katharine Hepburn on stage, but backstage, she was channeling old Joan Crawford, the deranged, abusive film star Dunaway played in the 1981 movie Mommy Dearest. We know all about that one. The performance was canceled moments before curtain because Dunaway, get this, slapped and threw things at crew members who were trying to put on her wig. While enraged at the cancellation, Dunaway began verbally abusing the crew. Someone gave her a salad for lunch and she threw it on the floor. She was watching her weight and said that the salad would be better on the floor than in her hand.
Oh, the drama. She has to add a little.
Salad was good for you.
Maybe she just doesn't want any
protein on the floor.
food. That's crazy.
Moments before, can you imagine that? Like knowing, like, and then what about the audience too? I wonder if there was maybe a little something involved in that as well.
I just, no matter what level you get to of celebrity or success, you gotta stay humble and you gotta be nice.
Right, and
could you imagine just like slapping Chris?
He'd slap back.
I wouldn't recommend it.
He would fight back.
But yeah, Chris, if you ever brought me a salad, I would throw it on the floor.
Throw that right on the
I was
floor.
like,
I would still make you eat it.
I would go, where's my chocolate cake dessert? And so why am I getting that?
What is this leaf? I don't care about that. That's nuts.
You know what's
Nuts.
crazy is like that's the stuff we hear about, like because the news got. Can you imagine what it was like years before? And it stars and everywhere. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're just getting things started right here on the Daily Flash. If you go anywhere, you'll miss it. So don't do that. All right, stick around. You're not go anywhere at all.
Welcome back. Well, summer is here, and that means we might slow down on our usual exercise routine, but there's a new app that'll help you stay active. Check it out.
In the Know, a new survey by Freeletics, the first AI-powered fitness app that revolutionized the digital fitness industry, revealed that 1 in 4 Americans don't plan to exercise at all this summer, with nearly half exercising a lot less than usual while on their summer vacation. To help people stay on track, Freeletics is launching its Summer Commitment Pledge, an online giveaway where Americans can commit to continue working out during summer, and in turn, Freeletics will give away 100 annual personal training subscriptions. To enter, participants must download the Freeletics app, share their personal summer commitment pledge with a workout photo on Instagram, and caption it using #CommitWithFreeletics. The more Freeletics workout photos you post, the bigger your chance of winning. Freeletics aims to help people become the greatest versions of themselves with personalized workouts, holistic health and fitness tips,
Both body weight and barbells are equally effective.
and the support of a community of more than 36 million users worldwide. For more, visit blog.freeletics.com.
And for more information, be sure to visit DailyFlash.tv. All right, you want a little laugh? Well, professional photographer Amy Hale of Coffee Creek Studio recently put some of her newborn portraits through Face app to create a hilarious series of images titled, If Babies Had Teeth. Hale originally posted the images to Facebook, writing, I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. I could have gone back and done this to every single baby that has ever come in my studio. She also clarified that she did ask the parents' permission before sharing these portraits with the media. I'm not sure if we have the pictures.
I haven't seen them, but
I'm sure they're hilarious because babies with teeth would be really funny.
you know, making goofy smiles and stuff. You know, and that whole the whole app thing, you know, making you look older and everything.
Oh, I did that.
Okay, you did do it?
I look rough.
Are you worried about your
No, because I've seen my
tracking?
grandmother and I know I won't look like that. It makes me look like an old smoker hippie that like tans too much.
I sound like one.
Yeah, you do.
That I tan too much. But no, they're saying that when you take it, like the app itself is taking information.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah, so you gotta watch
deleted
out
it.
for that.
I know, I'm a little nervous.
We all think, you know, it's okay to do stuff, but you know,
We're just trying to have fun and make ourselves look old. You don't gotta take all our info.
Which is so funny because we are always trying to make ourselves look younger, you know? And now we're making people look older. Protecting your skin from the sun should be at the top of your mind, especially this time of year. But a new survey by the Skin Care Foundation reveals that most Americans are not aware of the potential life-threatening skin cancer known as CSCC. Dr. Ariel Ostad and Ron Melanoff, they join us right now to discuss a new survey that had come out and why skin cancer is so important. So skin cancer awareness is actually so important. Doctor, first off, what is CSCC and why do we really need to worry about it?
CSCC is the second most common type of skin cancer. It is extremely common. It occurs approximately 1 million cases which are diagnosed in the US alone each year, and it occurs more commonly than the combination of breast, prostate, and lung cancer combined.
All right, we were talking about that survey. Let's talk about the results that came from it. Did it really kind of surprise you, some of these facts?
They absolutely surprised me as a clinician who's been practicing for 20 years. This survey was conducted by the Harris Poll in conjunction with the Skin Cancer Foundation in coordination with Regeneron and Sanofi. And there was some surprising information that came out of this survey. Number one, that about 3 out of 4 Americans are actually not familiar with this type of skin cancer, the cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma, and that more than half of Americans incorrectly think that melanoma is actually more common, but yet squamous cell carcinoma of the skin is diagnosed 5 times more often. And that lastly, only about 1 out of 4 Americans know that squamous cell carcinoma of the skin can actually be life-threatening when advanced.
Okay, Ron, I want to ask you now, who is most at risk? And did that survey find that these populations were actually aware of the CSCC?
Yeah, hi, Mitchell. Most of the at-risk people unfortunately fell into the group that I'm a member of, over 65, blue-eyed, fair-skinned. When I had hair, it was blonde. And overexposure to the sun as a youth was obviously a contributing factor. I'd like your viewers to know that advanced CSCC can be life-threatening. It wasn't my case. I developed very large tumors on my scalp in October, and they came upon my scalp very quickly. Even though I've been treating for skin cancers for over 30 years, this was a beast of another color. So I implore people, be proactive in their health care. Go see your dermatologist as often as possible.
All right, and they're obviously getting more information as well. Doctor, where can folks go if they want to get that information?
So for more information, there's a great website, skincancer.org/CSCC survey. There is a tremendous amount of information. Knowledge is power. So I encourage your viewers to visit that and learn more, as early detection is critical.
All right, Doctor and Ron, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And if you want to find out more information, we'll have those links that we just mentioned on our website at DailyFlash.tv. We head now to the Show Me State, where a mom there was furious when she opened the birthday cake she bought for her 2-year-old child. Melanie Jones was asked to have the little girl's nickname. Her nickname was Lizard, all kind of printed out on it. However, the bakery worker kind of misheard her and ended up writing, "Happy birthday, loser." There is where my cake was. Look at her. She's so disappointed. The mom of 3 said that she had a lot of requests to publicly post the photo, which shows Elizabeth standing on a chair while looking down at the cake. The red, white, and blue sheet cake is still inside the container. The words "Happy birthday, loser" can be seen scrawled right off there.
A poor baby. She had no idea.
Loser.
A 2-year-old can't read that, but that was a great picture.
Her mom got the cake,
Anyway.
Right.
didn't check it, and then brought it home.
And that said,
Happy birthday, loser.
Well, the Daily Flash shenanigans continue after this break. Don't go anywhere, losers.
Losers.
Lizards.
Lizards. All right, you know, Americans nationwide struggling when it comes to understanding and just saving money. Matt Logan, he's part of the Cetera Financial Group's network of financial advisors, joins us right now with some tips on how we can actually get started. Matt, why are so many consumers really kind of hesitant when they want to seek help from a financial advisor?
So a lot of consumers are hesitant to seek help from financial advisor because a lot of them are really intimidated by the idea of going to meet with a financial advisor. It can feel daunting to share all your personal financial information. It can also feel daunting to interview these financial advisors when you might not know the right questions to ask. So it can be pretty intimidating, and people need to push through that, ask the questions, and keep asking the questions until you get an answer. So it should be for everyone.
All right, I'm certain there's benefits with working with a advisor. What's the best way actually for somebody to get started doing this?
So the benefits of working with an advisor is that you have someone on your side. You have somebody to root for you financially, to tell you where you're at, and to help you really discover what your long-term goals are, and to figure out a plan to get you there. You can have your whole roadmap laid out, have a lot of planning for maybe different goals like kids' school or retirement, and give you the confidence to allow you to go about and enjoy your life and not stress about wondering if you're okay money-wise. So it can be a really valuable relationship long-term.
Okay, well, let's talk about some tips. Share with us some good tips on how we can ensure a successful relationship with a financial advisor.
I always tell people looking for a financial advisor to trust your gut, because that's the most important thing. When I meet with clients who may have had a bad experience with a financial advisor in the past, they always say, I didn't quite listen to my gut. I had an odd feeling. So make sure you trust your gut. Ask the questions and make sure you're getting answers. This is a relationship. You might not meet the right person with the first financial advisor you find, but find somebody who's comfortable for you and your needs and speaks in a way that you understand and you feel more confident with.
I'm sure there are plenty more tips. Where can folks go if they want to find out more of these finance tips?
So for more information, there's a ton of resources online. Ask friends and family if you're looking for a financial advisor. They might be able to find the right fit for you, or at least point you in the right direction. My website's a great resource. It's mattloganinc.com. Cetera has a wonderful website as well, cetera.com, and you can find a lot of different resources and get pointed in the right direction with that.
All right, Matt, we're actually going to put a link on our website too at DailyFlash.tv. When Sam Steingard wasn't able to find a date for his school dance, he knew that he had the perfect one at home.
Wow.
Took his kitty cat.
Wow.
Yeah, you know you're lonely. This is sad. Ruby. At least he got... No, I can't tell that joke.
No!
All right, Sam's mom decided to buy a cat a dress, because she's lonely too, and a sparkly collar. And took some pictures with it. The way Ruby looks to him is just priceless. So he took some pictures. 10 years ago, Ruby was found behind a Ruby Tuesdays restaurant, hence the name. Good burgers too. Great song by the Rolling Stones. Yeah, you put the joke together just now?
No!
Oh.
I shut that down real quick.
Okay, good. According to the family, the feline loves to be held. Very sweet cat. Purrs.
Yeah, she's a cat. She's a cat.
Cat, guess what? She purrs.
She purs and she's a cat. Like, we don't bring... I can't believe the school allowed that. Did they allow it?
Well, he took pictures.
They probably felt sorry for him.
Yeah, he did. I mean, look. And then you let mom take pictures of you.
He puts it on social media.
It's a guardian.
I would hide this for the rest of my life.
Guess what, ladies? He's single.
All right. Well, do you suffer?
Cat.
Do you suffer from acne scars? Well, now there's a way to improve the appearance of facial acne scars with quick 30-minute treatments that can fit into anybody's busy schedule. Here with the scoop is lifestyle expert Cheryl Kramer-Kay.
Hi, I'm beauty expert Cheryl Kramer-Kay, and I am so excited to tell you about the skincare treatment I just tried called Skin Pen from Bellis Medical. It's the first microneedling system cleared by the FDA, which means it's clinically tested and proven to be a safe and effective treatment for facial acne scars for patients ages 22 and up. Last week, I went to see dermatologist Doris Day. I let her know that I wanted to improve my skin's texture and tone, but with little to no downtime. And Dr. Day and I agreed that the Skin Pen was just the thing. You can see here in this video, Dr. Day first applied a numbing agent to my skin, and when it kicked in, she got started.
Going down into the skin, and we're going down into the deeper layers. That's going to help stimulate new collagen formation and help the skin look better, especially with acne scars. And this is Skin Fuse, which I use as the glide. Helps it move along the skin and also adds hydration in, because as you disrupt the skin barrier, you want to make sure you protect against water loss and create an optimal environment for healing. So this is a tool that helps your body stimulate wound healing, but then I'm going to give it the resources to optimize that healing. Always, always combine it with great skincare.
So most treatments take 30 minutes, and you can typically have as few as 3 treatments spaced 30 days apart. Now, before you schedule your own appointment, confirm that your provider is a licensed medical professional or is supervised by one. For more information, you can go to skinpen.com or go to bellisproviders.com to find a Skin Pen provider near you.
We'll have those links for you at DailyFlash.tv. Don't go anywhere. We have much more entertainment coming up on the Daily Flash.
You know, there's a lot of excitement coming around new technology that is coming from startups that continue to push those boundaries on how we live our daily lives, whether it's health, recreation, mindfulness, or even entertainment. New devices are becoming more available to enhance all our experiences. Suzanne Contra, she's the founder and editor-in-chief at Techlicious.com, joins us right now to share some Consumer Technology Association's latest picks from tech's hottest startups.
Tech startups continue to push the boundaries of how we live our daily lives. Whether it's health, recreation, mindfulness, self-care, or entertainment, new devices are becoming available to enhance all of our experiences. Suzanne Cantra of Techlicious.com.
Entrepreneurs are really going to get into any area where there's exciting new innovations and technologies, but also looking for solutions to everyday problems. People are looking for ways to not have to take as much medication, so the folks at Tivic Health came up with ClearUp, and it uses micropulses of electricity to be able to stimulate the nerves around the sinus cavity to relieve your pain. We're seeing a lot of innovation in the e-bike space with Sma Circle with the S1. It's the world's smallest and lightest e-bike. The folks at Drones by Us created the D-Bus 2. It is about palm size. You can fit it in your back pocket, but what makes it unique is the fact that you can do one-touch takeoff, one-touch landing. So lots of ease of use features built into the product.
To learn more, go to cta.tech/startup.
That bike looks really cool. Hey, if you want more information, we'll have it on our website at DailyFlash.tv.
Lego, NASA, and Family Fun came together to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing with a 20-foot rocket built out of Lego bricks. Take a look.
We just finished building a massive 20-foot tall NASA SLS rocket on the Washington National Mall. In addition to this event, we're kicking off the Lego Let's Go program, where we're sending kids to space camp. There's also Lego events happening all over the world, but my favorite part is the new Lego sets inspired by the NASA Moon to Mars missions. What the kids and families have to actually do is they're going to build me what are called 4x Lego bricks, which are 4 times the size of a standard 2x4 brick, and the master builders are going to be the ones putting those bricks down on that SLS rocket.
I want to learn more about outer space, and I may want to be an astronaut someday.
For any of you kids who are interested in being part of the space program, whether it's an astronaut, a flight director, a doctor, an engineer, any of it, all those STEM schools you hear your teachers talking about, those are the fields that we need you to study, not only in elementary school, middle school, and high school, but going on to university, so we can get you in one of the companies or one of the agencies, one of the places where we can put that STEM education to use to get us to Mars.
I am swiping right, 1 second. Because dating apps now, they're very, very popular, right? Well, for the 41 million single, divorced, or widowed men and women in the United States over 50, apps actually targeted to their age can actually seem kind of dull and boring. Charlie Lester had this in mind when he was co-founding Lumen. It's the first ever app-only dating platform dedicated to the over 50s with 100% of the profiles verified, an emphasis on quality conversations and zero tolerance from ageism. The former dating editor at The Guardian is joining us right now to talk about that app that achieved already 1 million downloads in just 8 months, as well as the tips for using it to find what you're looking for, and as well as dating and meeting new people and how it can be fun, exciting, and adventure-filled in your later years.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, so we designed Lumen, the dating app for over 50s, because in our opinion, none of the other dating apps that were out in the market were really designed for over 50s. They were designed for millennials, and people were having quite a miserable time with this. And then if you look at the older end of the spectrum, the other products really treat people in their 50s and 60s like they don't use smartphones, and that is not the case. So we've tried to create the safest place possible. Every single member is photo verified. So the app takes a selfie of you, which is cross-referenced with the pictures that are on your profile. The selfie doesn't appear on the profile, but we just use it to check that you are who you say you are, so that Lumen is as safe a place as possible. And we also try to encourage better conversation. You can't just say hey in an initial icebreaker. You have to use at least 50 characters. You can only message 6 members a day or 6 new members a day to try and encourage people to actually read profiles and really engage with the people on the app. And then we also have some friendship features. So there's group chat. So if you're not sure about getting back into dating yet, but just want to test the water, you can get involved in our group chats and talk about topics like travel and cookery and sports, which works really well, and I think is really trying to combat loneliness. So you can find out more details by going to www.lumenapp.com or find us on the App Store. Lumen is spelled Lumen.
And happy dating. You just might see me on there, who knows? Amazon has just expanded their delivery service from beyond home in the office. You can now have your packages waiting for you inside your car. This is true, check it out.
Acura is offering Key by Amazon in-car delivery to owners of the 2019 and 2020 model year Acura RDX with an active Acura Link service and Amazon Prime membership at no additional cost. Through the Key by Amazon app, owners with a compatible Acura Link connected car system and Amazon Prime membership can now opt to have their packages delivered to their vehicles. Members download the Key by Amazon app to their smartphone, log in with their Amazon account information, and then select the year, make, and model of their Acura. The Key by Amazon app requests the user's Acura Link credentials, which enables Amazon delivery agents limited use of remote features through Acura Link. On delivery day, customers will receive an Arriving Now notification when the delivery driver is near. After the vehicle is identified, the driver scans the package and requests the vehicle to be unlocked. The driver places the package inside the car and requests the vehicle to be relocked. Once the in-car delivery is completed, customers receive a notification letting them know that their car is locked and their package is waiting inside. Key by Amazon in-car delivery is available at no additional cost to RDX owners who subscribe or have an active trial to the remote package of Acura Link services and are Amazon Prime members living in one of the 50 cities and surrounding areas currently supported by the Key by Amazon service.
Who would have thunk it? Isn't that cool?
That's so cool.
We have more information on our website at DailyFlash.tv. Hey, we're going to be tackling some of your viewer questions in a segment we call the Mental Health Motivator, and it's right here on the Daily Flash. Don't you go anywhere.
Here's our quote for today. You can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, you will. That's from Stephen King.
Probably says that right before every great movie he writes out or book he writes out.
He knows what he's talking about.
It's the best part of the show, I think, because of the fact this is where you get involved, where you share life moments, and we talk to our licensed mental health counselor. That, of course, is DeAnn MacCloskey here, who actually can help out with things that are happening with viewers. Tell us what we got going on today.
That's right. Well, today's viewer life moment comes from a mom who is torn on the treatment of her child. So she writes, my 13-year-old daughter was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. We've known that she was struggling, but never had an official diagnosis. She's been placed on medication and seems to be doing better. The problem is that my family, including my ex-husband, are very anti-medication. My ex gave in and, quote, allowed it, but constantly makes remarks to her about how she shouldn't need it. My mother judges me that I'm over-medicating my child. I'm struggling with all these opinions, but wanting to do what's best. This is hard because as a mom, she's really just wanting to maintain the best care for her child, who, when you are diagnosed with bipolar, the best treatment along with counseling is medication management. It's not always ideal to place your 13-year-old on medication, but if she's already noticed a positive difference in her, then obviously it's a correct diagnosis and they're correctly medicating her. Now, there is this stigma with medication with a lot of people, especially maybe in older generations, where they feel like, oh, it's mind over matter and don't worry about that. And I, for one, am always very slow to diagnose, and I don't give medication, but to refer to a psychiatrist. And I work with psychiatrists that are also slow to medicate because we want to see, all the avenues that can be taken first. But, it sounds like the daughter's been struggling for a while and the mom is really just trying to help. Now, getting all of this input, especially from the dad, they're not married anymore, who's not backing her for this, I'm sure is very difficult. But what she needs to do is remember the treatment of her child depends on what's working and what's not. So it doesn't matter that dad's opinion is she doesn't need it, because she has the facts of, I've seen my daughter off of this medication, I've seen her on it, and I see that there's a positive difference.
The residual effects of that. I remember when I was in my 20s, I first started hearing the terms chemical imbalance. And I was like, oh, he has a chemical imbalance. I didn't really understand it. But as you go along, you realize there is something that's missing in your body that's causing this. I believe Depakote is something they give for bipolar. And, it's those things that are going to actually help you out. And like you had mentioned, if they're seeing a difference and change, there's so much residual change that can come along with that. And the goal, I would imagine, help me out here, is not to always have them on for the rest of their life.
I work a lot with teenagers, and so I'm constantly saying, if we can, let's try a short-term treatment and see if we can eventually. Now, with things like bipolar disorder, this might be a lifetime thing, but what is the quality of her life without the medication? You know what I mean? And if it's not good, and if it's a demise, then maybe being on medication isn't that bad of a thing.
It's good to hear that stigma is going away. Because at one time there was something there where you were, it was embarrassing.
Right.
And we're not there anymore.
I mean, even counseling, there's a big stigma.
Yeah, you're
People will say to me, what do you do? And I'm a counselor, and they say, oh, you work with crazy people. And I say, no.
Just me.
Just Mitch English. I say, no, I work with healthy people because they're the ones that care enough to go to counseling and get the help and get the, if nothing else, just like checkups to make sure that they're processing well or coping well. And so the people that are quote unquote crazy are the ones who think that they can do everything on their own and don't need outside help. And not that counselors are the end all know all, but it's nice to have an outside, unbiased opinion and input, and it can help you see things that you might not see. So no, you're not crazy. If you go to
Talking about it is the biggest thing. You know, and if you have an issue, I imagine that people at home, they can actually get some help, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can write into us here if you have a life moment you want to ask us about. You can email us at advice@mentalhealthmotivator.com, or you can call us and leave an anonymous message at 321-348-8477. So write in and we'll answer and help you out. Don't go anywhere. Daily Flash will be right back.
Multiple sclerosis, it's a condition that impacts around 400,000 people in the United States, and there's actually several forms of that disease. Here today to join us and to help educate us, at least one form, it's called active secondary progressive multiple sclerosis, as well as a new treatment option, is Dr. Regina Berkovich, as well as Paula, who's been living with both MS and SPMS for many years. Doctor, I want to start off with you. Let's talk a little bit about what this all is about. What is SPMS?
I'm here on behalf of Novartis, and we're quite excited about this medication that has been approved for active secondary progressive MS called Mayzent, which is the first and only oral medication that has been studied and approved for active secondary progressive MS. As you said, MS is quite a common condition, and relapsing remitting MS is how usually patients get diagnosed. And about 80% of them will or may progress into secondary progressive form of it, which means the accumulation of symptoms, less of improvement and more of a disability progression, inability to continue keep a full-time job, for example, having more and more physical and cognitive limitations. Those would be the symptoms to watch for.
Okay, I want to talk to Paula now. Tell us a little bit about your story. What's it like to live with SPMS?
Well, I was diagnosed with relapse and remitting MS right after the birth of my fourth child, about 19 years ago. And then about 8 years into that, my doctors and I started talking about possibly I was progressing into SPMS because my symptoms were not remitting. I was not getting better. My main disability is the lack of being able to walk around, my mobility. So I do use a walker at home. I use a wheelchair when I go places. I drive a lot with hand controls. I've worked with my doctors, and I think I've come up with a good treatment plan that has been working for me for quite a while now.
Well, doctor, back to you. Give us some advice that you might have for actually other patients, or even find out more about treatments.
Sure, there is a specific website called Mayzent.com, Mayzent.com, where all the information on these new medication can be found.
All right, Paula, doctor, thank you both for joining us. We're going to have links on our website at DailyFlash.tv.
Well, if you're looking for some great ways to stay healthy while eating tasty foods, check out these doctor-approved recipes.
Dr. Taylor Wallace shares 3 recipes from his Sizzling Science cookbook.
Nothing says summer like beef on the grill, and my chimichurri marinated strip fillets are both delicious and packed with good-for-you protein. According to the Beef Checkoff, farmers and ranchers are producing the highest quality and most sustainable beef ever. A veggie frittata is a crowd pleaser and the best way to incorporate eggs into your diet. For 70 calories and about 15 cents a piece, eggs are an excellent source of choline, important for cognitive development and health.
Dr. Wallace says smoothies are a great way to get nutrient-rich dairy.
My Bone Health Berry Yogurt Smoothie is delicious. Dairy foods like milk and yogurt taste great, and they're good for you with their 9 essential nutrients that are hard to get elsewhere. It's a unique nutrient package that pairs well with other nutritious foods like whole grains, nuts, fruits, and veggies.
For more, go to drtaylorwallace.com.
With Hurricane Sandy, when it struck back in 2012, tens of thousands of New Yorkers found themselves stranded without a place to stay. Airbnb hosts opened up their doors for free. That idea for the Open Homes program was actually born right then. Joining us today to discuss the program is Kelly Bentz, the head of the Global Disaster Relief and Recovery at Airbnb.
The Open Homes program is a way that we are able to offer the ability for hosts to open their homes for free. They waive their fees and we waive our fees for those that are evacuated or displaced in times of disaster. A couple of recent examples, most recently would be Tropical Storm Barry, where over 90 hosts opened their homes to those in need. Over the last couple of years, some great examples are California wildfires, where we had over 4,000 hosts across Southern and Northern California open their homes. And prior to that, I would say Hurricane Harvey, Irma, Maria, and of course Michael and Florence last year. We prepare hosts through a multitude of ways, but one of those ways is by partnering with FEMA, who is the disaster and emergency management expert in the U.S. We take that information and we share that with all hosts so that they understand how to better prepare themselves, their family, their community, and their guests that might be staying in their listing. It's very easy to get involved. Go to airbnb.com/disaster response.
They say the best way into someone's heart is through their stomach. Chef Franco Norija and millennial dating podcast host Lindsay Metzeler share tips to impress your date while sharpening your culinary skills.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Chef Franco Noriega.
And I'm millennial dating podcast host Lindsay Metzeler.
And we're here because we brought a very easy recipe, perfect for the summer, and that's a spicy basil stir fry right here. It's very easy recipe, great for summers, fresh, delicious, crisp. It has everything you need. And if you're cooking with Tefal, it makes your life much simpler because it has a thermal spot right in the middle of the pan that heats up and lights up in a bright red when you're ready to cook. So for beginners, this is a perfect moment to really get into knowing what to do.
Totally. And I think, we can always get drinks with someone, but it's a total game changer when you're cooking for someone. I think gender roles are out the window and men can cook for women. And it's really impressive and romantic to have a home-cooked meal and work your skill sets together.
For more information, go to t-fallusa.com/heatingup.
Well, I'm out of this business somewhat, but you're getting your kids ready for school, big time of the year, right? It can actually be really, really costly. Actually cut into your family finances too. Well, Coinstar recently conducted a survey of parents and found that they're actually stressed about back to school, and many are actually finding creative ways to cover the costs.
According to a new survey by Coinstar, nearly 3 in 5 parents say back to school stresses them out. And for parents that find themselves stressed, 2/3 say school-related costs are the cause. The majority of parents plan to create a back-to-school budget, and budget pressures prompting them to come up with creative ways to combat rising school costs. 1/3 of respondents say a crowdfunding platform like GoFundMe or Kickstarter might be a way to help pay for extracurricular school activities or school trips, while 68% say they've packed school lunches to save money. For more than half of parents, the largest anticipated back-to-school expense is clothing, and shopping without kids may curb spending. The survey found that nearly 7 in 10 parents who shop without their children stay on budget. Spare change may be a hidden source of spending power. 57% of parents say they'd consider or are planning on cashing in change to help offset school costs. To learn more or find a Coinstar kiosk location near you, visit Coinstar.com.
Well, don't go anywhere. We've got much more Daily Flash after this quick break. The California Milk Processor Board is showing how milk can deliver the calcium, protein, and other nutrients for strong, healthy bones and muscles. Take a look.
Make no bones about it, they came to shred. The California Milk Processor Board, creators of Got Milk, got together with some famous faces and some of the world's most popular skaters to kick off their new Bones Love Milk campaign in Huntington Beach, California, and they're inviting you to. From July 27th till August 4th, you'll find daily skate sessions, tutorials from the pros, and more at this immersive pop-up skate park experience.
We're at a skate park, and we've got the legendary Christian Soy here, who I was growing up and a big fan of as a kid, and I brought one of my kids here, so we're here to have a good time.
But I am really fascinated with skate culture and also learning more about it and potentially trying it out.
What's going on here right now is us, the team of Bones Love Milk guys that are here to just connect with the kids. We're here in the community right here in Huntington Beach at the Bones Love Milk headquarters, and it's called the Shred Quarters. And so for us, it's about connecting with what we do. We love music, we love skateboarding, we love art, and it's a clash of all those things coming together.
And the initiative stems from some research that showed that kids, when they get out of the house and they enter those tween years, sort of go away from milk because they're not constantly overseen by mom and dad. And they may go for energy drinks or less healthy choices. And we wanted to make sure that everyone, starting with our skaters and tweens and parents, understand that milk is nature's energy drink.
Yes, this skate team all agrees milk is their superpower.
Bones love milk! Woo!
Aside from actual falling, your bones need to be strong just from the impact that when you land and your feet actually compress down toward the ground, your feet and all the bones in them need to be strong.
As a father of three, it's a staple at Casa Lopez, and I feel it's essential for all kids.
I know with four older brothers, they were all obsessed with milk because I knew it was going to help them become strong and help them, build muscles and everything like that. So my obsession with milk kind of started from a young age because of my brothers.
To learn more, go to boneslovemilk.com and follow Bones Love Milk on Instagram and check it out for yourself. Again, the pop-up skate park is open till August 4th.
Well, from all of us here at the Daily Flash, thanks for spending time with us today. For more information on any of our stories, you can go to DailyFlash.tv.
All right. Hopefully my voice will be back. We'll see y'all tomorrow with more of America's favorite TV happy hour. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you.